This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Thursday, the 28th day of March in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The Guyana Youth Corps was launched today by President David Granger, who told those gathered at a Kuru location that he applauds the move to launch the Youth Corps, since it is a signal to the young people of Guyana that their efforts to advance themselves will be fully supported by the state.
Guyana, if it is to fulfill its destiny as a land of opportunity and prosperity, must harness the potential of its majority, its young people. This country will falter if its youth flounders. It will remain poor and undeveloped as long as its youth remain poor and undeveloped. The launch of the Guyana Youth Corps today is a signal to our young people that their efforts at self-advancement will be supported fully by the state.
The president said the problems facing young people in the education and social sectors must be reduced, if not eliminated, and his government is committed to that.
The Corps will amplify their talents and expand the opportunities for their self-actualization. Ladies and gentlemen, young people today face a future of hope and happiness. The challenges they face may be difficult, but they should not be seen as discouraging or daunting.
The Guyana Youth Policy, he said, is expected to address many of the issues affecting Guyanese youth.
We acknowledge that the dropout rates from primary and secondary schools, the migration rate of university graduates, the rate of teenage pregnancies, and the rate of youth incarceration, with more than 500 young people in our prisons and correctional institutions. These rates must be reduced and, if possible, eliminated. It is against this background that the government promulgated a draft national youth policy aimed at restoring hope to young people by facilitating their meaningful mobilization and organization in institutions such as this.
The Guyana Youth Corps falls under the Ministry of the Presidency, Department of Social Cohesion. It will target youth between the ages of 16 to 24 who are unemployed and not in a formal education system or training. Some of the goals of the Guyana Youth Corps are to inculcate in youth an understanding of their role in the promotion of civic awareness, and to train and empower youths at all levels to foster sustainable development of their communities and eventually that of the country. More news coming up in just a moment.
Hey babe. Hello? Is Don me quite just done?
Buddy, you need to switch to GTT Fab 5.
Fab 5?
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only 5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Oh, yeah, I like the switch. Wicked Fab 5.
GBTI is your Guyanese bank, a bank that understands every customer's unique needs, opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. At GBTI, we see you for you. Whether you're buying a new home or car, planning your next vacation or retirement, saving for your child's future, or whether you're ready to take that bold step of investing in your dream business idea, we are with you every step of the way. We hear your stories and watch you focus on your dreams as we share your aspirations. We are more than just banking. We are a family. We are part of your community. Our commitment extends way beyond the walls of our branches and is demonstrated every day in the opportunities we provide to our individual and business customers. The support, time, and commitment we give back to communities across Guyana to help improve the lives of our Guyanese families. Because we see Guyana through your eyes.
It's the most most trending girl in Guyana. Somebody say Lola Doll. She presents her second annual birthday party, Saturday, March 30th. It's the Red Carpet Affair. Somebody say Lola Doll.
Real number one trending gal.
All going down in the Real nightclub.
Oh, I heard it's one of the hottest nightclubs in Guyana.
Who's live on the set? Cena, DJ Energy, Select Andre, and Gully Rasta Diamond. People, I want y'all to look out for celebrity guest appearance. Stay in tune. Know what's going down. Follow Lola Doll on Instagram and Facebook right now at Lola Doll _ Miss Important.
Saturday, the 30th of March.
Get ready, Lola Doll, big birthday party. It's the Red Carpet Affair. Yo, that party that not got normal. So all girls, make sure you get your nails, your hair, your makeup done. That you don't know Lola Doll said pretty girls.
No girl can't see me and cause problem. Them a man clowns and me walk on.
Sponsored by
Hits and Jams Entertainment.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
Welcome back. We turn now to the world of politics. Opposition leader Barra Jagdeo today said he believes that a recent ruling by the Court of Appeal to invalidate the no-confidence motion against the government could have an impact all across the Caribbean and the world if that ruling is upheld by the Caribbean Court of Justice. In its ruling by a 2-to-1 majority, the Guyana Court of Appeal invalidated the no-confidence motion against the Guyana government by indicating that there was a need for an absolute majority of 34 votes for the motion to be carried. The motion was supported by 33 votes. Mr. Jagdeo, who still appeared surprised by the ruling, said he believes the court has overturned the feeling of the legislators on the night of the vote.
Any other interpretation by a court cannot replace the mindset of the legislators and what they felt was necessary. And the court, I believe, that is why we thought it's such a weak argument, the 33, the 34, 31 argument, that we never really, I think, talked about it in a great detail. Because how do you overturn what the legislators felt? By some obscure calculation and call it constitutional mathematics.
The opposition leader said it is clear that the Constitution speaks of a majority of all elected members and makes no reference to absolute majority or a simple majority. He said any court reference to an absolute or simple majority would be departing from the Constitution. Acting Chancellor Justice Unit Cummings and Appeal Justice Don Gregory, in their rulings, both said a simple majority and an absolute majority could not be the same. They pointed to references in the Constitution about the passage of different motions and the need for a majority of members present as against a majority of all elected members. Both judges said 34 votes would have been needed for the no-confidence motion to be passed. The opposition leader, through his attorneys, have since filed an appeal of the Guyana Court of Appeal ruling with the Caribbean Court of Justice. Jagdeo wants the CCJ to throw out the Guyana Court of Appeal ruling and validate the no-confidence motion. Well, as if on cue, the Private Sector Commission of Guyana is calling on the Caribbean Court of Justice to deliver a prompt resolution to the appeals that have been filed against the Guyana Court of Appeal ruling, which has invalidated the opposition's no-confidence motion against the Guyana government. In a statement last evening, the Private Sector Commission claims that Guyana is now going through political uncertainty and it may be affecting the business climate. The Private Sector Commission said it had discussions with local and international businesses that have expressed reservations in investing as the uncertainty continues. According to the statement, there has been a reduction in government and private sector contracts directly attributed to the uncertainty. The statement from the Private Sector Commission came just hours after the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce issued a similar statement about political uncertainty. On Wednesday, President David Granger said the views of the private sector could best be described as misperception.
There's no chaos or confusion or crisis in the political situation. Everything that has happened since the 21st of December has been logical and on the part of the government, it has been within the framework of the law. I do not know how valid that perception is, but as far as I'm concerned, the government has done nothing to engender any disorder or any despair in the business community. So I don't want to say whether that's a valid perception or not, but we are continuing to work. Naturally, people felt that there was some chance that the claims made at different levels of the political community were valid, but we don't think so. And everything that we've done has been in accordance with the law or the Constitution.
But the opposition leader Barra Jagdeo and Chartered Accountant Christopher Ram have both filed appeals with the Caribbean Court of Justice in wake of the Guyana Court of Appeal invalidating the no-confidence motion. Still with politics, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu believes that a recent ruling by the Court of Appeal to invalidate the no-confidence motion has brought about renewed faith in Guyana's democratic principles.
The decision of the Court of Appeal has given Guyanese renewed faith in our democratic institutions, that they should carry on with their lives peacefully, in full knowledge that all political matters, however complex, could be settled within the context of constitutionality and under the rule of law.
The Prime Minister said the government has been continuing with its business as usual since the ruling has put a hold on any clock that would have triggered the government's removal from office. Prime Minister Nagamutu also announced that the government's Public Day initiative will be rolling out to a number of communities all across the country. Let's tell you now that the Guyana Power and Light Company has indicated that there is a delay in the distribution of electricity bills, but that does not mean you should not be paying your bill. In a statement, the company said customers should utilize its online and customer services center to get information about their billing so that those bills could be paid. The company has offered an apology for the bill distribution problem, but is encouraging customers to still visit their offices to settle their outstanding balances. Across the region is coming up next.
Guyoil is a proud Guyanese-owned and Guyanese-operated company, serving our nation for over 42 years. All the profits remain in Guyana and are used for the development of our country. So when you buy fuel and lubricants from Guyoil, you are directly contributing to Guyana's economic development. Let's continue to build this nation together. Fuel up and drive with Super 95 from Guyoil.
Fuel it up and drive! Guyana! Extra Beer presents the youngest and the hottest dancehall artist, Alkaline.
We make it pass all of the drama. When them all pull up themselves, we keep it calm. I feel like we can conquer the world now.
The Conqueror.
You can't stand with.
Live on Easter Saturday, April 20th, 2019 at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence. Music by DJ Magnum, Gully Russ and Diamond, David Hyde, DJ Fresh, DJ Damien and Andre, Bobby Kush from Jamaica, Super Ray one-man band, Alkaline Live. Alkaline Live. Easter Saturday, 20th of April, 2019. Early bird tickets $2,500. After $3,000. Stage front $15,000. Stay tuned. Tickets out soon. Guyana National Stadium, Providence.
From local products, you could make these awesome superfoods.
We kind of pitch to them our products and we get a lot of good response from them.
We've been able to launch. It's going to develop our business. People are looking and very interested in what is being produced locally.
GMSA's Uncapped Marketplace, Sunday, March 31st from 10 hours at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence. Admission free.
Across the region right now, the Caribbean Community CARICOM has fired off at the European Union for its blacklisting of some member states within the regional body. In a statement, the CARICOM Secretariat said the revised list issued earlier this month is a renewed attack on the member states. The EU says Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago and Bermuda are not adhering to good governance. And the EU also placed 7 other CARICOM states on a monitoring list as the government's committed to undertake reforms by December of this year. Those member states are Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Anguilla, British Virgin Islands, and the Cayman Islands. CARICOM says the labeling of those states as non-cooperative tax jurisdiction has wreaked irreplaceable reputational damage on the small, highly vulnerable member states. In Jamaica, the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology says it continues to accept public comments and feedback regarding the draft terms of reference developed for the forensic audit of oil loss at Petrojam Limited. The terms of reference were published in the newspapers in Jamaica. The document is also available online. The Jamaican Auditor General's report to Parliament back in December highlighted an increase in reported unaccountable oil losses over a 5-year period at Petrojam, ending in 2018. The ministry said that the report noted that Petrojam did not provide evidence that it analyzed the sources of the unaccountable oil losses with a view to better assess and address the problem. And finally, at this time, international news. At least 18 persons were killed after a truck plowed into a crowd in Guatemala. The victims were looking at the scene of a previous accident when the accident occurred. The driver then fled the scene. The Ministry of Health said 19 persons had been taken to a hospital with injuries. Guatemala's government has declared 3 days of national mourning. Images from the scene show emergency services lining up the victims' bodies on the road. A search for the truck driver was on the way, the police spokesman said. Guatemala's president wrote on Twitter that at the time, the country is coordinating its response to bring full support to the relatives of the victims. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.